first thing you're going to do to actually find the final position is take your ruler, line it up with 180 and 000, and just give yourself a bit of a meridian coming down here. Likewise 090270, line it up there, and then you're going to roll it down to the point where the fix is. So can you see where the lines intersect there, or the centre of your cocked hat if you have one, and just draw a line there, and you can see that you've got one sort of distance there and another distance here. This one is a D-lat, and this one down here, that's going to be a departure. D-lat you can measure directly. So D-lat, you can pick up your compass or your dividers, measure that distance, and the D-lat here is probably about 4.2, 4.3. We'll call it 4.2. Yours might be slightly different depending on sort of the width of your pencil and that kind of thing, so just try and be as accurate as possible here. D-lat is 4.2, and then our departure is going to be 1.2. You can put some directions on these as well. So you could say that your D-lat, your fix is actually lying to the south of your DR. So I would say my D-lat is 4.2 south, and I would say that my fix is actually lying to the west of my DR position. So I could say my departure is 1.2 west. This is for when I'm calculating my final fix position. In order to do that, the D-lat makes it relatively simple, because in the question we're actually given a DR of 39 degrees 05.0 north and 016 3.0 west. In the case of the latitude, we're in the northern hemisphere, and so anything that's south of us, we're going to actually have to subtract that to get a final latitude. So I can already say, right, so minus 4.2 gives me 39 degrees 00.8 north as a final latitude that I fixed. This is a little bit trickier because at the moment all we've got is a departure, so we have to turn to our formula sheet to find out how to convert a departure into a difference in longitude so we can apply the same. Our departure at the moment it gives us a distance, but we don't know what the equivalent in longitude is, because we need to take into account what latitude we're at. At different latitudes, different amounts of longitude equate to different amounts of distance. So in order to do this, we can actually adapt the formula that we would have used to find departure from latitude and D long. So what we need to use this formula is basically our cos mean latitude and then a bit of rearranging. So first things first, to find the mean latitude you have two options. You could add this to this and divide it by 2, which would just get you an average of your DR lat and your fixed lat. The other option would be halve this and so subtract 2.1 from your latitude instead, just so you can get the latitude that's in between the two. So in this case, supposing we said 39 degrees 5 minutes minus 0 degrees 2.1, you'd get a mean latitude of 39 degrees 2.9. Alternatively, 39 degrees 5 plus 39 degrees 0.8 divided by 2 gives you 39 degrees 2.9. So there's two methods of getting that there. Once you've got your mean lat, you just need to do a bit of rearranging. So the formula that you've got on your formula sheet says departure equals D long multiplied by cos mean lat. You're going to rearrange that so you end up with D long equals departure over cos mean lat. So if we put that into we put our numbers in there, so we've got 1.2 as our departure divided by cos 39 degrees 2.9. you get a D long. Now the thing to note here is I didn't put any units in my departure. I only put units into my Cosmean lat, and the answer that comes out is my D long without units. That D long is in minutes. So I've got 1.5 minutes of longitude resulting from that. And that 1.5 can go in up here. I can say it's still obviously going to be west, but my D long is 1.5 west. Because the name is the same as the name of my longitude already, I can simply add that on. So you've seen here it was to the south, and because it had a different name to my latitude, I've subtracted it. Here I'm just going to add this on. So my final longitude will be 016 degrees 4.5 west. And that's my fix.